Hey, good morning. Hello. Who's live with me? I wonder. I wonder if I can see comments today. Uh, oh, Loretta. Good morning, Loretta. How are you? All right. Well, I'm going to get started with coffee chat. I'm going to say hi, which I just did. I'm such a goofball. Good morning, everybody. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are watching this. Good morning, Robert. It's coffee chat. And as you can see, I have my steaming cup of coffee, like freshly made. So delicious. I don't know if anything beats that. It's so good. So, my name is Catherine Oster. For those of you who might be watching sometime and not know who the heck I am, that's me. And I'm a certified facilitator with Access Consciousness. And coffee chats are all about how I use these tools. Good morning, Bobby. And in my life, how I live the tools in my life that I learned from Access Consciousness, period. I know. So today I wanted to chat with you guys about, hey, good morning, Mom. Oh, yeah. And for those of you who might be watching in the future on YouTube or listening on SoundCloud, this is a Facebook Live originally. And sometimes I get really distracted. Actually, not sometimes. I usually get really distracted by saying hi to people joining and reading the comments. So for those of you guys watching, if you have any questions or comments or anything, you can go ahead and type them in. So good. Okay, today I wanted to talk to you guys about basically choice. And when I was typing in the title for this morning's coffee chat, it's like, do you put sprinkles on your cake or do you just make a pie? So I am starting another healthy eating adventure with my body. And we started on Monday. This program that I'm choosing, it's really fun and different actually. And when I'm making different choices with my body, what I really require is somebody just to tell me what to goddamn do. Like, then I don't have to really think so much. Well, I do, but it's different. So basically, what I find with me and my body is we fall into a pattern or a rut or a comfortable spot with the food that I'm eating and the movement I'm choosing. And it's comfortable. Now, good morning, Jackie G. Now, that's not wrong at all. But and I'm not even actually, I would love to change the shape of my body, and it's actually already changing. But I didn't really have a point of view that I was too large or not. What I really noticed around the foods that I was eating and how I was being with food is that I was comfortable, and it wasn't exciting to me anymore. It wasn't exciting to me anymore. And I kind of felt like a dullness, like it was dull. Because I kind of fall into the thing of making the same kind of meals, having the same sort of snacks. Like I wasn't even getting excited about my favorite chocolate caramel cookies. They were there and I was just eating them and I'm like, this is weird. I'm not even really enjoying them. I'm eating them because this is what I'm doing and they're here, and it's way more unconscious than it is conscious. And I wasn't enjoying it. That was the key thing, actually. So I have chosen different programs with my body before with a purpose of losing weight and getting smaller, losing the inches, losing pounds. And that has happened. And then it comes back again because I make a different choice. And then. So anyway, we weren't done combining yet on Monday. So I had to it took a lot of effort on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for me to get all of my meals ready and everything ready to go. I had to be on the ball. And so we're driving out to the field, and I'm telling Travis, we're just visiting, and I'm like, oh yeah, guess what I have for lunch today? And he's like, what? I'm like, quinoa cleansing salad. And he's like, bleh. He does the pukey sound. And I'm like, what? And he's like, that doesn't sound like something I would enjoy. And I laughed. I'm like, you haven't even tried it. So he's got all these points of view about quinoa cleansing salad. He hasn't even tasted it yet. And actually, I'm not going to lie, like that used to be me too. But what I really love, okay, anyway, got to stick with the thing that I was making before, the point that I was making with Travis. And I said to him, I'm like, well, because now he wants to change his body to make it smaller again and to lose weight. So I'm like, well, of course you don't like quinoa cleansing salad because you're not eating it. What you're eating right now, the food that you are putting into your body right now is creating your body essentially in the shape that it's in. Now, yes, there could be other different things going on with bodies, health problems that don't allow the body to change or whatever, different things. But for the most part, with him anyway, it's like the food you're eating right now is creating the shape of your body that you're not really satisfied with. So if you want to change the shape of that body, you're going to require to change the types of food you're putting into it. You have to make a different choice. So that is where my title came from. Are you going to still eat chips, but just try to eat less of them? Or maybe not have dip with them, or just put sprinkles on your cake? Or are you going to make a pie, which is something totally different? And I don't know how that analogy came up, but it's something different. Quinoa cleansing salad. Are you going to have chips? Or are you going to have quinoa cleansing salad? And starting to become aware of how every food makes your body feel. So what I really notice when I choose these challenges again is I have to get really present with what I'm buying in the grocery store, right? I have to make sure I have the foods that I require. We also get sent out like meal plan, like 3 days of meal plans. And then of course there's 7 days in a week. So you repeat some of them, or if there's one day you don't like, you just repeat 2 of them, etc. There's choice. And so it tells me I can have this much, this much, this much. And you can substitute things if you like. It's actually pretty cool. But what I really love is these recipes that I would have never imagined to make myself to eat before. And I'm literally trying everything. That's really cool. And that actually gets me excited about eating food again. Now, it's more work in the sense of when I'm making these recipes and using them, it's different, right? I don't really know what I'm doing. I have to actually think or be present and conscious every step of the way as I'm making these foods because I've never done it before, which invites me to be more present in my life with the food that I'm eating and engaged with what's going on around me, and also more receiving. And so what I'm really noticing is I'm getting excited about actually eating these things, and they taste really good. Now, this is the second kind of challenge that I've done like this. The first one, it was harder. Harder in the sense that my taste buds weren't really excited about. It was different. The second one, I was like, I knew what the transformation, I'm aware of the transformation that's going to take place over the next 4 weeks. And I'm excited about it. So that's really cool. And another thing is, it also, so then it just invites me to be more conscious and aware of all the things I'm choosing in my life. Now, with regards to that different choice, like when you're choosing something different, a lot, like the hard work that I talked about, being present, getting everything ready so you set yourself up for success. So like in the mornings, I get my stuff ready for the day. So then I'm not quickly grabbing something that I really shouldn't be having, that's not on my meal plan, that I know isn't going to create the change right now that I'm asking for. So I have to prepare ahead. I have to think ahead which again is inviting me to be more present, which is the hard work, which not a lot of people are able or willing to choose that, and that's okay. But if you're making a different choice, yes, it's going to be different. And would you be willing to be excited about that rather than the comfortable place you are right now? That's also with the school program. My kids are not going to school this year. We're doing a distance learning program at home. And believe me, it was way easier for me to send them to school and not have to, and I want to say deal with them because that's what I would have said before, but now it's more like kind of managing them because they're really good. Way easier for me to just send them to school. But when I ask the question, truth, is that going to create a greater future, sending them to school? I get a huge no, actually. It's not going to create a greater future. And one thing I know about me is I am committed to creating a greater future for myself, which also usually includes the people around me that are coming along. They're also gonna have that greater future as well. I'm committed to creating a greater future for myself no matter what. Even if it's going to be hard work in the sense of it's going to demand me to get different and get more present, which is what this distance learning is also doing. Because I used to be comfortable in my day. They would go to school, I would do this and this and this. I didn't have to think about what they were having for lunch. I didn't have to think about what schoolwork they were getting done. I didn't have to consider any of that. But now I actually do. And uncomfortable in the sense of I wanted to just I'm noticing the intense energy that's coming up for me sometimes, but staying present with it and then asking, is this choice creating a greater future? Yes, it is. And then I'll even ask them, because they also get frustrated sometimes too, because it's different for both of us. And I just keep asking them, well, would you like to go back to school? No. And they always say no right away. And I'm like, okay, well then we have to work through this together. So then I'm asking them to acknowledge that they're choosing. I'm not forcing them into anything. And when you know that it's your choice, then you have greater, more commitment to it, I guess is the word I want to say. And so, so truth is this healthy eating program creating a greater future for me? And I get a yes. And I'm like, okay, it's going to be uncomfortable. A lot of times I'm not really going to know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go for it. Same thing with the distance learning program. There's units in each subject and there's lessons, and I can see, and we're just getting started, and I'm getting a sense of, and I know in the beginning it's going to be slow as we're navigating our way through a new path. But I know that once we kind of get the trail slightly cleared, we're going to start going faster. And so the path is your life. And all the crap that's overgrown on the trail is the unconsciousness, the limitations, the judgments that we have, the decisions, the conclusions. And there's these really amazing questions that you can use to start to clear that path out of your way, clear that off your path, and then you can go, such as asking the question, how does it get better than this? How does it get better than this? When I'm feeling frustrated teaching Trace a math concept, rather than allowing that frustration to rule me, I could ask a question. How does it get better than this? When everybody else is having pizza and chicken wings, which happened on Wednesday, and I'm having quinoa cleansing salad, I'm like, what else is possible here? Body, do you actually want to have pizza? No. Okay, well, let's enjoy the quinoa cleansing salad. So that is my little chit chat about a different choice and choosing differently. And you have to continuously keep choosing it, and acknowledge that you're choosing it. And then you have the power to change anything and everything. Alrighty. Hey, Kyla. Oh, I'm just wrapping up. You're going to have to watch from the beginning. Okay. Well, Thank you so much, guys, for joining me live and watching this. And to those of you watching in the future, if you got anything out of this today and you think it would be a contribution to other people, I would be so grateful if you would share it. What else is possible beyond what we could ever imagine? And what different choice can you make today to create a greater future? That's okay. That's the beauty of replays. So wherever you are today, whatever you're up to, I wonder how much fun you can have. Because isn't that what life should be, is about? You know, I was chatting with a fellow a couple of days ago, and he's a friend from a long time back. My husband actually, like, they were really close growing up and hung out lots together. And he just recently started a new job. And so he was out and we were chatting and I was just asking him, I'm like, so how's it going? And he's like, you know what? I'm so happy. And I'm like, God damn it, that's amazing. And when I asked him, like, we were just talking of the differences from his previous job to this job. And in his previous job, he was not happy. He was coming home. He was angry and it just wasn't, and he was frustrated and he wasn't happy, not even a little bit. And then he made a change. He chose something different. Oh my God, it's related to coffee chat. He chose something different, something that he'd never done before. And he was willing to try it. And he said, I'm so freaking happy. He was so happy. It was so, and you know what? He's a guy, as far as I know, he's probably never had his bars ran or taken any access classes, but you can, like, consciously create your life and not even know, like, it's so cool. So anyway, that's my chat for today. I wonder how much fun you can have. Okay, coffee cheers. Until next time, bye-bye for now.